Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be making the most Puerto Rican thing you can have during the holidays, and that is arroz con gandules. Typically it's served with pernil, but today we're going to make it the quick way. We're going to be using pernil chunks. Get your pen and paper. Let's go. We're going to start by adding some extra virgin olive oil in a pan. You can certainly use just neutral canola oil, vegetable oil, but I like olive oil. I'm going to also add in some chunks of pork shoulder. You can use pork butts. You can use pieces of ham. You don't have to use any kind of meat at all. You can totally leave it vegetarian. We're going to put that in there, let it get a little bit crispy, release some of those delicious fats. And then after that, we're going to go in and add our sofrito that's homemade. If you want to know how I make that, I did make a video on it, so I'm going to be leaving that link in the description box below. I'll also throw a card up in the top right hand corner you can click on to watch. So we're going to add that in. We're also going to stir it, let it fry up a little bit, let those flavors caramelize, develop, get all yummy. Look at that color. This is the same sofrito I used in the Arroz con pollo video. I'll also leave that link in the description box below. We're going to add some adobo, but not too much because we're going to be adding another ingredient that's a little bit salty, so we don't want to overdo it with the sodium. We're going to be using ham concentrated powder. We're going to be using 2 packets of sazon goya con azafrán. That's just saffron in Spanish. It helps with the color, makes it nice and yellow, orangey, beautiful color. We're going to do 2 packs of that, 1 pack of the ham. Put that in. We're going to stir it up again, let it fry up a little bit to also develop the flavors and the color. You're just going to see the color transform to a beautiful orange color. We're going to go in with 2 cans of gandules, aka pigeon peas. You can use 1, you can use 3. I choose to use 2. I really love it when the rice has a lot of beans in it. Don't be serving me no arroz con gandules with only 3 little gandules in it. I like a lot, so that's why I put 2 cans. Next, I'm going to go in with about 3 cups of rice. I forgot to mention, if you love olives, go ahead and throw that in there. I absolutely love olives in my arroz con gandules, except I bought a jar of it to add to this recipe, and when I took the groceries out of the bag, I think the bottle might be rolling around in my car somewhere because I couldn't find it, which reminds me I have to go check, so I'll be doing that after I film this voiceover. So we're going to go in and add our chicken stock. We're going to be using chicken stock, not water. You can absolutely use water, but I'm using chicken stock for more flavor. How much water you choose to use is up to you. I like my rice a little bit more on the stickier side. I know some people like the rice on the loose side, so let your freak flag fly and add however much you want. Next, we're gonna go in with some more seasoning. I'm adding some more adobo, a little bit of cumin powder, gives it a nice little smoky flavor. I'm gonna add some bay leaves. I'm going to put 2. You can put however much you like. Just remember how many you put in, so you can go ahead and take that out later. Nobody wants to eat a bay leaf, so make sure you remember how many you put in. We're gonna go in with some fancy pimentos for flavor and because I think it looks pretty when you serve it. If I didn't mention it before, on the first stage of cooking, we're gonna be cooking this on a medium-high flame. Once all the water dries up, we're gonna turn that down to a low flame. So here you see it starting to dry up. It's bubbling away. The rice is soaking in all those delicious flavors we used in the beginning. I'm gonna add some cilantro for color. When it's almost dried up, I like to check it with a spoon and make sure that it's cooking evenly. So you can see that on one side the rice is a little bit more dry than the other. So I like to push the water around before I cover it with my banana leaves. Yes, banana leaves. You can find this in the frozen section of any ethnic supermarket, your Latin supermarket, your corner store bodega. You usually use this for pasteles, but it is so good on top of rice. It just gives it that yummy holiday flavor that you typically taste in Puerto Rico when you're eating pasteles and stuff like that. Beautiful flavor it lends to the rice, so you're just gonna make sure you wash that well before you put it on top of your rice. Add that on top when it's dried up and cover it with a tight seal. While our rice finishes cooking for about another 20 to 25 minutes, we're gonna work on our quick pernil. No need to turn on the oven for this. This is gonna be a quick pork side dish. We're gonna put some extra virgin olive oil in a pan. We're gonna go ahead and add our pernil chunks. You can use pork butt, you can use pork shoulder, and we're gonna do the steam fry method here. A little unorthodox, but that's how I like to do it. You're gonna put it all in a pan, put it on high, then go ahead and throw a lid on it, every side, make sure it gets some color, turn it every once in a while, put the lid back on. Then when you see it has a nice beautiful brown color, you're gonna go ahead and throw some onions in there, and you're gonna see how caramelized this gets at the end. It's gonna have a beautiful color. It's gonna be nice and jammy, so delicious. I don't know if I mentioned this, but the pork chunks were marinated. I marinated them the night before with typical Puerto Rican flavors that you see me use all the time. Now let's check on our rice. I think it's done. Look at the steam, and it smells so good. I remember how good this smelled when I made it. Pull all those leaves off. You're gonna see a little bit of condensation left under it, but that's okay. Just leave the top off, fluff your rice up a little bit, and by the time you're ready to serve, all that extra condensation will be gone. While this rice is getting fluffed, I want to ask you guys, what kind of things did you guys eat during Christmas time growing up? What's something super typical in your culture that you eat every single year, that it's a must, that it's just not Christmas without it? Let me know down in the comments below. I would love to know what that dish is for you. So now that our rice is fluffed, let's pick out our bay leaves. I remember I put 2 in, so I'm gonna take 2 out. If for some reason you can't find the bay leaf that you put in there, no worries, just turn it into a game. Say whoever finds the bay leaf wins a prize. That way you don't come out looking crazy like, oh my gosh, she really left that bay leaf in there? Is she trying to kill me? Just a little trick I like to do. So here's the rice. It's all nice and fluffed. Look at that. I told you all that extra condensation was gonna either evaporate or get soaked in the rice. Now here's our delicious, delicious pernil chunks. Look at those caramelized onions, yum. Look at that color. If you've never steam fried before, give it a whirl. You'll be so happy that you won't have a mess like when you typically fry. It's so easy to clean up, no mess. You just put the top on, top catches all that splatter. And here's our finished dish, arroz con gandules with some pernil served on some banana leaves. And don't forget your Puerto Rican hot sauce. If you want to see how to make that, let me know. It's vinegar based. You can even do it with pineapple. Yes, pineapple hot sauce is delicious. Let's try it. Tastes like Christmas. Only thing missing is a side of Coquito, but I have a recipe on that. I will also leave that link in the description box below if you want to know how I make it. Shameless plug. And guys, I also want to say welcome to all the new subscribers. I really appreciate you joining my channel. Thank you so much. If you know anybody that would enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it. And if you're not already subscribed, think about doing so. See you on the next one. Bye.